Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here for your October 1st until the 15th of 2019 love and general reading. I'm doing the divine spread as I usually do at the beginning of the month. Now what I'd like to say to everyone is that we're moving into October. There are some things that you need to know, a little bit of astrology. Tarot, of course, will be done further down in the video. Please check out the timestamps in the description box below. Just quickly, the quick important transits that are happening in October. So what is very, very important is that Pluto is actually turning direct in Capricorn. It's turning direct and it has been retrograde. Pluto is actually, from the 1st of January, Pluto entered his retrograde zone. So from the 1st of January 2019, he entered his retrograde zone. So that was the degrees that he would cover during the retrograde. So he started his retrograde zone at 20 degrees and 38 minutes of Capricorn. Then on the 24th of April 2019, he stationed retrograde. So he stopped and he started turning retrograde at 23 degrees and 9 minutes of Capricorn. So as you could see, Pluto is very slow moving. So he only did like 3 degrees. His shadow period was 3 degrees. And therefore, so as you all know, Pluto is very, very slow moving. So on the 24th of April, he actually stationed and turned retrograde. At 23 degrees, he actually turned retrograde. So he started moving backwards, 23 degrees and 9 minutes to be exact. So he was traveling backwards, or that's the view from the Earth that we have. He seems to be traveling backwards. He's not really. But usually when the planet is very close to the Earth, the view from Earth it's an illusion, and it makes us think that the planet is actually turning retrograde, but it is not going backwards. It's the illusion we get. So he got up to 23 degrees and 9 minutes, as I just said, and he turned backwards, retrograde, and he's still retrograde until the 2nd or 3rd of October, depending on where you are in the world. So whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere, 1 day difference, hours, it could be hours that we're talking about. So he's stationing to turn direct. So when he stations to turn direct, anytime he's sort of stopped and ready to change his direction, whether it's going backwards or forward, he's extra potent. So we're in that zone right now. Pluto is very, very strong. He's powering up to actually turn direct. So he's going to turn direct at 20 degrees and 38 minutes. So it's as though we're revisiting January 1st, 2019. What was happening for you back then? What was going on in your life back then? If you can remember, that's the zone he will be traveling over. It's as though we're being given a second chance. We've done the work now, and it's time to finish up whatever we started on the 1st of January. So he's turning direct, and he will be out of his shadow zone on the 23rd of January 2020. So that means he will reach the 23 degree and 9 minute mark before he starts to cover new ground. Okay, so it's very, very important. Pluto, we know, is all about power. He's all about transformation. He's the ruling planet of Scorpio. So this is especially important for Scorpio people, because when our ruling planet is retrograde, it affects us, it affects the sign that it rules more than anyone else. But not to say that Pluto doesn't touch on everyone's life. Obviously, he's so strong, and he's like a magnet. It's as though we take a dive into the underworld. That's what Pluto is. And now we're coming up for a breath of fresh air before we can start to move direct. We've been in the underworld with Pluto. Very, very karmic, especially with Pluto, Saturn, and the south node of the moon there in Capricorn. All right, so enough on Pluto. Now, on the same day, roughly, Mercury enters Scorpio. So Mercury is the messenger of the gods. He's all about communication. He's all about business. He's all about the logic. Now, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So Virgo and Gemini, they're all about the details, right? Very logical, left brain thinking signs. So Mercury is the intellect. It's the information. Mercury is also communication, telecommunications, anything to do with the internet. Now, Mercury is entering Scorpio, so Mercury is not a benefic or a malefic. Mercury is actually a neutral energy. Therefore, when he enters Scorpio, he turns into a malefic. He actually dives down into the dungeon with Pluto, and he retrieves the information and brings it up to the people. As I said, he's the messenger of the gods. So he's diving deep into Scorpio. Let's see what he's going to come up with, right? Very interesting. Where do you have Scorpio in your chart? For those of you that are familiar with your birth chart, then you would know the house of Scorpio for you, which section, which area of life it touches on for you personally. Now, Scorpio, the house of Scorpio on a collective scale is the 8th house of death and transformation. It's other people's money, other people's, money from external sources, from your partner. It's your partner's money. It's also, Scorpio is also about intimacy and anything to do with loans, banks, wills, deeds, anything like that is what Scorpio is all about. Scorpio is also a very spiritual sign at that. So Mercury enters Scorpio. Another thing I wanted to add before I move on to the next transit is that Mercury, once he hits the 11-degree mark, Mercury will station to go retrograde. So on the 11th of October, again, a day apart, depending on where you are in the world. On the 11th of October, at 11 degrees and 35 minutes, he will enter his retrograde zone. 11 degrees and 35 minutes of Scorpio. So he's going to cover the area from 11 degrees and 35 minutes up till 27 degrees and 38 minutes, where he will station to go retrograde. So remember that once Mercury hits the 11th degree of Scorpio, he will move into his retrograde zone. So it's going to be the area that will be covered by the Mercury retrograde of October. So it's going to be very interesting to see. He then, on the 20th of 11th of November, so on the 20th of November, he will start to move direct, again at 11 degrees and 35 minutes. So at 11 degrees and 35 minutes of Scorpio, he moves into his shadow zone, so that's the zone he's going to be covering. He will reach up to the 27th degree, right? And on the 31st of October, he will start to move backwards, retrograde. okay? And then on the 20th of November 2019, at the 11-degree mark again of Scorpio, he will start to move direct. He will leave his shadow zone on the 7th of December. So it looks like most of November practically has got a lot to do with the Mercury retrograde. But remember that once the planet turns direct, and it's on the 20th of November 2019, he will start moving direct. Mercury will start to move direct. So even though he's covering his shadow zone, doesn't really matter. He's still moving direct. So again, another Mercury retrograde, the last one for 2019. Okay, so on the 4th of October, Mars enters Libra. So Mars is not that strong in Libra because it rules Aries, which is the sign opposite to Libra. Therefore, he's in his fall position. He's not that strong, and he moves forward in an equal democratic way, we could say, because that's what Libra is all about. It's all about trying to make space for others, for relationships. Now, Mars could be a little bit passive-aggressive in Libra, and just in some cases, because Mars could be passive-aggressive, Mars in an air sign, it can be a little bit explosive, so take care on that note. Now, on the 8th of the month, Venus enters Scorpio. So Venus entering Scorpio to me is, again, it's the dark side of Venus. Venus is the ruling planet of Libra. Therefore, she's not that happy in Scorpio, and she's quite dark in the sign of Scorpio. Also, Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus, and moving into Scorpio, she's in her full position. She's not strong there. But again, it's like Venus moving into the dungeon, going deep. That's what Scorpio is all about. So this could be a time of looking into the shadow, let's say, of relationships. Whatever is hidden in relationships, Venus will be dealing with. Then on the 13th of the month, we have a full moon in Aries. So there is some sort of a culmination, some sort of an ending. That's what full moons are in the sign of Aries. So following the full moon in Aries on the 13th, on the 23rd, we're having the sun entering Scorpio. So Scorpio season begins on the 23rd. If you are a Libra, happy birthday, you guys. Happy birthday. Now, the new moon in Scorpio will be on the 27th of October, and then on the 31st of October is when Mercury turns retrograde in Scorpio. All right, so they're the main astrological important aspects. So we're having quite a few changes of the planets. So what is important is Mercury entering Scorpio, Mars will enter Libra, Venus will enter Scorpio, and then the sun will enter Scorpio again on the 23rd. So there are a few changes, changing energies in the sky bring changes to our lives, so we should remember that as well. I will stop here with the astrology because I don't want to make it too long. I'd like to also announce one thing before I go on to the tarot, and that is that I will be doing special horoscope readings, and what they mean, horoscope readings, is I will be doing cards in the 12 houses. So just like we can see the horoscope starting from Aries, finishing at Pisces, I will be setting down the cards in that way and telling you what is happening in each area of life. They will be individual readings, and they will be the extended readings, which will be up for purchase on my website, on divinedebut.com. Under the extended readings tab, that's where you will be able to purchase those. They're extra readings and they're full readings. So for those of you that are interested in seeing what happens in each area of your life, what messages I will be receiving, you can go and watch those through purchase. They will be up on the 10th of October, so please don't go looking for them earlier because they won't be there. So from the 10th of October, for those of you that want extra readings from Divine Debut 11, you may go there and purchase those extra readings. Okay, so these readings will be as normal, full-on readings for free on YouTube, so enjoy them. Thank you so much for listening to the astrological aspects, the quick astrological aspects, because I didn't really go into that much detail. It's all about time. I will be doing that in the near future. Again, thank you for listening, and let's go on to the readings now. Hello, dear Scorpio. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for being here for your October beginning to mid-month 2019 Love and General Divine Spread. Let's take the card for you, Scorpio. Karma Dharma is Strength card, so you may be dealing with a Leo Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you may be drawing up all the strength that you have that is necessary at this time for you. It is soon to be Scorpio season. So obviously the sun is in your 12th house. The 12th house is the house that we can't see. It's as though we're blind. The sun is right behind our head. We can't see anything that is happening. So let's take your divine spread, dear Scorpio. The Strength card, also as a Karma Dharma card, is says that you've got the power to restrain yourself, hold yourself back, as well as needing courage for whatever you are dealing with at this time. So usually we say that that beast, that's our inner beast that we're able to tame. There is a sense of trust between the woman and the beast that she's dealing with, whoever this is. If this is someone external to you, for others of you, this is your own self. You are being courageous. You're pulling up all your strength. You are the king, okay? And you are able to manifest whatever is necessary for you at this time. Let's take the position of the foundation, and this is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This is the King of Swords. Could be someone who is showing up as air at this time. They may have strong Leo. If we say that you're dealing with a Leo, this would be Aquarius, could be the sign opposite to Leo. So Aquarius is right opposite Leo. Let's look at what's in the hidden. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is usually Virgo energy. This is what you don't know, what's hidden from you. In the recent past, Queen of Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Virgo would be more than likely, I would say. In the now position, you have, wow, another Queen. Queen of Wands, and I feel that this is your energy. You show up as fiery. You are all about passion. Scorpio is all about intimacy, deep intimacy, not only on an emotional level, but on a physical level as well. Now, we could be talking about a same-sex relationship here. We've got two queens, Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. For others of you, you could be in competition for someone's heart. You could be in competition for this King of Swords heart. Okay, let's see what's your goal. And we've got the Hermit. Again, Virgo. Virgo energies. You are looking for the answers. You are looking for guidance. Let's take the action and advice. And you've got the Tower. How beautiful. Scorpio, I love the Tower. The Tower is a sudden shift of something that was not correct, something that wasn't standing strong. So you are wanting change, you are wanting transformation. Many say that this is the card of Scorpio. I feel it's the card of Uranus in Taurus. So therefore, if you are dealing with someone who's got strong Aquarius, Uranus rules Aquarius, so this could be a sudden change. So the advice is that there is a change coming in. Let's see what the outcome is. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. That's beautiful. So you're cracking the code, dear Scorpio. You are cracking the code. And you're reaching success. Ten of Pentacles is security, it's stability, it's marriage, it's putting in those foundations, those strong foundations. Starting to build on a family situation. The family business. This looks like your heritage, your family tree, let's say. There is connections and stability through family at this time, and this is great. That's why I think that the Tower is amazing. Let's see with the transits and through the divine how you're being affected, dear Scorpio. What's happening? And you've got the Four of Swords. So this could speak of exhaustion, but this could also be now for one of you out there, this could be someone who is passing on, an elderly, which could be a father if he's elderly, or a grandfather, someone who was the glue of the family. And therefore, the family is coming together to mourn, to share their experiences when this person was around, what they did for them. They're talking about the stability, talking about this very special person, I feel here with this. Because the Four of Swords in this deck does show as though someone is really down in the dumps here. They're really mourning a loss of someone or something. Now, this could be a situation that you're taking time out to heal from as well. This is not having lost the war, but only the battle. For those of you that are mourning something, a loss, some sort of a stalemate. This is taking time out. The Four of Swords could also speak of exhaustion, taking time out before you continue. Maybe this is like trying to catch your breath, trying to catch up with the changes that are coming in that are really sudden, right? I feel that someone here is mourning the fact that the person, maybe there's been a will that's been opened and someone was left out. Okay, that could be the Tower for maybe one person out there, because the Hermit could also be a lawyer. Okay, could also be a detective. Virgos make amazing detectives, right? Nevertheless, this is what you're aiming for. This is your goal. Now, the Hermit is in the career section. So some of you have been doing a lot of studying, a lot of looking at the details, tying up those loose ends, okay, before suddenly giving life or creating something of your own, which is Leo. Leo is the house of creation, okay, creating something that you've given birth to. Okay, and we do have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is the mother of earth. She is the minor arcana of the Empress. So let's say that you are the Queen of Pentacles. This is something that you've gotten to a point where you are getting secure with your monies, with the project that you've given birth to. You're putting all your money into a situation here, let's say, and you're very creative. You've got the leadership skills if this is your energy as well. Okay, and you're taking that risk. This queen likes to take risks, and she's got luck on her side. She is the lucky queen. Now, in the position of what you don't know is that the Nine of Pentacles says that you are okay financially, and you're standing strong as an individual. And some of you don't expect that you will have everything that your heart desires. Okay, we've got the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Earth is holding that 10th pentacle. Let's take some more cards, but let's see what's at the bottom. Okay, so you're waiting on those ships to come in. You've put in the work. You've been driven by your passions. You are at a point of waiting now. You've sent out those ships and you're waiting on their return. So some of you have even been traveling over water, or maybe traveling over water. This is the general energy. Okay, it's a 3, which speaks of expansion and growth. Some of you are dealing with someone that's over water, at a distance. Maybe you've begun a new relationship. Okay, Ace of Cups has been offered here by the divine. This is only the beginning of something that is going to grow and flourish. Ace of Cups is handed to you by the divine. Wow, Ace of Swords, 2 potentials. Okay, through a successful new beginning, it's making you very, very happy, not only through your thoughts, but through your emotions. 2 aces up your sleeve, dear Scorpio. Oh, that's interesting. We've got the King of Cups in the reverse, and I'm not reading reversals. I don't know how that happened. Wow. King of Cups in the reverse, someone who is over-emotional. Beneath that is the Death card. Some of you have been dealing with someone, and I don't feel that this is your energy. You've been dealing with someone that may have been a little bit deceptive, maybe just too over-emotional. Maybe they've been hurt in the past and they're going through transformation. And they're having a successful new beginning, and could be that King of Cups that is offering their cup to you. But they may be still in a mode of healing. So you're at the riverbanks, let's say. You're at the port and you're waiting for those ships to come through. So this is asking for you to have patience. So that could be someone else in your life. Here in your foundation and in the distant past is the King of Swords. Could it be the same person? I suppose it could be. Someone that's been hurt. They're showing up now as the King of Swords, so they're minding their heart. They're not giving everything. They're not speaking from the heart. But I feel as though the King of Swords is someone else. For most of you, I feel that this is someone else that you could be working with, someone that is quite intelligent. And again, as I said, it could be even a Virgo that you are dealing with and not an air sign. Why? Because Virgo shows up as very intellectual. Virgo can show up as air as well. Let's take some more cards. First of all, I'd like to take an astrology card. Let's see, for Scorpio, please, Spirit. Scorpio, beginning to mid-October 2019. For Scorpio, what does Spirit want you to know, dear Scorpio? And we have Jupiter in abundance. That's beautiful. That is glorious. And Jupiter brings luck, expansion, and growth. And look at that lightning bolt. Jupiter would throw lightning bolts when he was angry. Now, there is a lot of red here, so this is very passionate. Okay? And now, because it's a lightning bolt, it could come suddenly, out of the blue. You've got it twice. Scorpio, something is happening suddenly. Something is shifting gears quickly, and it's divinely guided. It's a 7. The abundance, the change that comes down, the tower that is coming down is going to work to your advantage. That's why I love the tower. For me, the tower is always positive. Let's look at the Amira's Love Oracle and see what's happening in your love life. Scorpio, please, Spirit. Scorpio, beginning of October 2019. Let's take 3 cards. We have the fair male, which is youthful. It's someone who's quite young. We have the Ice Queen, which would be an air sign. Ice Queen is someone that is a bit ice cold. They don't show their emotions. She's actually got her back turned to this young male, to this young fair male. And we've got Triangle. Triangle usually says that there are more than 2 people involved in a situation. Now, whether this is, as I said, here we've got 2 females and 1 male. Okay, 1 male, 2 females. It could be the other way around. Doesn't matter about the gender. But there is someone making a choice here. And it's funny that we've got the King of Swords and very similar to the Queen of Swords. So this could be someone who is coming out of a past relationship. And this King of Swords may have been dealing either with a fire sign. So as I said, it could be you. It could be you. Or it could be a Leo. And we've also got Earth here. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But mostly Virgo, as I said here. So this King of Swords, whoever this is for you, has probably come out of another relationship. And could be that there was a love triangle with this Ice Queen. So this King of Swords could have come out of a relationship where his partner may have been involved with another fair male. Because we do have the fair male here as well, as you can see. So let's take more cards and let's see first of all the Karma Dharma position, which is the Strength card. We have the Moon, which is Cancer, Pisces energy. We did have a full moon in Pisces 2 weeks ago. Something may have been shown to you, something that was hidden. Many of you may have had very, very strong, very clear dreams with that full moon in Pisces. You may have received some messages. Now, the full moon here, the moon, I should say, can speak of deception or things that have been hidden. It also speaks of stability, home security as well. Let's see what else. And we've got the Ace of Wands, which is another ace. You had the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords as well. So another potential here for something that you've created to make it grow. This is also the light coming on, the information coming through. Could also be a new creative venture which is going to pay off. This could be a beginning of something that you desire to pursue. This could also be a new intimate relationship for some of you. And I see here with the Ice Queen, there is a lot of cold energy. She doesn't show passion. She doesn't show emotions. Here with the love triangle, this female here is very passionate. So for some of you, this is two different situations, two different females. Could it be that this Queen of Wands is the one here in the love triangle, or she's got a choice of two? If it's not a triangle, then she's got a choice of two. A lighter male or female, or a darker male or female. Doesn't really matter the gender, as I said. The male, the darker one could be someone who is of foreign background. And the Queen of Pentacles could be that Ice Queen. Okay, so if that is the case, then she is the partner of this King of Swords. I would say, let's take more cards. Could it be that you are the third person, dear Scorpio? Let's take that King of Swords. Please, Spirit. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles, so it's all about family, money, the family business, abundance. Ten of Pentacles can speak of your heritage, your security. Looks as though this King of Swords is looking for stability. He's looking for marriage. He's looking for money. He's trying to secure his position, his finances, his stability, even where family is concerned. Let's look at that Nine of Pentacles. And we've got the Lovers. So there is a choice here. This is Gemini energy. A choice between, do I stay single, or do I stay single and enjoy the fruits of my labor, or do I team up, or romantically, or business, through family, could be. Wow. That just fell out right on top of the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks as though this King of Swords is someone who does have an emotional new beginning, but he's not showing it. Now, could it be that he's in love with his money? Yes, it could be. So what you don't know is that there is a choice being made by someone. I think that this King of Swords is making the choice on whether to stay single or to take the next step. Now, could it be, as I said, for some of you also, if you are dealing with this Queen of Pentacles, she could also be making the choice. Why? Because if she's a Virgo, then this is her energy. Maybe she's got the choice between two people. So, as you know, there are so many stories here. Let's take the Queen of Pentacles, and we've got the Hanging Man. So she needs time. Maybe she's put too much time into something. There is sacrifice here. And this is Piscean energy, and that's her 7th house. If we're talking about a Virgo, she gives everything where relationship is concerned. She's got Pisces in her 7th house. So Pisces is all about unconditional love and sacrifice. But it can also be someone who is taken advantage of. Pisces, the shadow side of Pisces, is that they give too much and they can be taken advantage of. So this could also mean that it's a matter of time necessary. We've got two cards of waiting, the Four of Swords and the Hanging Man. Waiting for the right time, for the clarity, waiting for the time for those ships to come through, to bring in a new beginning of love, of emotional fulfillment. Let's look at that Queen of Wands. And we've got the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is a card of sticking to your guns, staying on course, having situations that you're up against, but being able to fight because you've been at some sort of a success, or she's been successful and now she's going for more. She wants more. She loves the taste of success and she wants more. She's someone who desires a lot of things. She's very passionate about what she does, and this can only take her to success. So she's very driven through career. Let's look at this Hermit. And we've got the Six of Cups. So Six of Cups is a soulmate energy. It is also the card of equilibrium and children. Looking back to when times were simpler, when times were more innocent. And again, this could be in relation to, if this is a lawyer, this could be in relation to child alimony, child support. The Six of Cups is a card of trust. Now it looks like this Hermit, whoever is taking on the energy of the Hermit, is someone who is having trouble letting go of the past. The Hermit is looking for information in relation to a past relationship, maybe even from a past lifetime. Let's take the Tower. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, that's putting in the work. Putting in the work for change. Maybe you've been working towards change, and this could be like money coming through suddenly through your hard work. There could be sudden changes in your work as well. Or the shift is happening because you've put a lot of work in. This is the divine helping you along. Let's take another pentacle. You've got the 8, the 9, and the 10 of Pentacles here. And you've got the Sun. Wow. And again, children are on the forefront here. Children, clarity, creation, your creation. Suddenly, you are showing your creation to the world. Suddenly, you're up on stage. Unexpectedly, you're performing, dear Scorpio. You're in the limelight. And it's going to pay off. Whatever you've created. Now, this is also love. This is coming from a place of heart. And you've been working with your heart, as like you've been giving from your heart to this relationship. Suddenly the divine comes in and shows you the way. The Tower and Jupiter, this is healing. This is the Sun, right? The Sun is the nicest card in the reading. And of course the Sun is Leo, and Leo is taking that risk, going for changes, making the changes, and trusting in the divine order. The Sun is also, it's our source of light. It's our source of healing. It's our vision forward as well. So you've got the Sun and the Moon here. The two luminaries. Now all is missing is the star. We have the Knight of Wands. So this is quick movement. This is change. Could be traveling for work. It looks as though this Knight, which usually rings Sagittarian energy, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Whatever movements whatever travel you're taking, or whatever desires you have, you're holding that Ace of Wands, you're moving straight into it, as you can see here. Let's take the Ten of Pentacles again, and we've got the Knight of Swords too. So intellectually and passionately, you are moving for, and very quickly moving into abundance. We have an air sign Knight, so, and a fire sign Knight, so Sagittarius, and here we've got the Knight of Swords, which could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. We do have Gemini here. Aquarius has been mentioned as well. So again, as I said, the Knight of Swords is quicker than the Knight of Wands. It's as though this is a race. Who's going to get to the end? Who's going to win the race? It's as though it's picking up speed, very much so. Some sort of competitive energy here for stability. So we've got fire and air. Can be quite explosive. Let's take another card. And we've got the Fool. So quick communication, quickly going for your passions. This is the Fool. Sometimes with Aries, now I see that the Knight of Wands can also be Aries energy. But the Knight of Wands is because I think it's Sagittarius mainly. Sagittarius is all about going on that quest, going on that travel, looking at the world from a different light, wanting to discover, wanting to go on that adventure. And it looks as though you are. This is a brand new beginning. This is a brand new cycle that is beginning. Now maybe because of your desire and your intellect, your thoughts, you're just going for it. I think you're driven by your passion at this time, dear Scorpio. It could be communication, quick communication coming through, which is bringing you a brand new cycle, which promises stability, though, with the Ten of Pentacles. Let's take that Four of Swords. We've got the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is changes again. Trying to build on something, but having to take some time out because of too much mental stress here, too much mental and physical stress. We've got the High Priestess. So what it's saying is that the High Priestess can speak of secrets. So something is coming to light, which is sort of like making you take 5 minutes out, take some time out, because there is conflict here. There is conflict. There's an imbalance. There's some sort of an imbalance. Maybe you've been trying to build on something. For some of you, it could even be physical building. For others of you, it's intellectual, building on something and having some sort of a step, having to take a step back because of others. Let's take another card, but I do see the High Priestess. I see her as, you know, she sits between those two pillars. It's like you're wondering whether you should walk through that door. She's a 2. 2s are all about balance and relationship. I feel that some of you are really ready to take that step, but you've gone through a lot of thought process, fighting with yourself. You're conflicted with yourself. You're thinking, what do I do? Do I take that next step? Here it says that you are. Now, the High Priestess can also be, as I said, information coming to you, secrets coming out. You could be meditating. Some of you are finding that information through meditation. Let's take another card. And we've got the Ace of Swords, which is the clarity. Again, another ace. You had the Ace of Swords right there. What I'd like to do is take another one card on this Nine of Pentacles in the hidden position. So what you don't know, dear Scorpio, is that if you're dealing with this Virgo, let's say, if you're dealing with this feminine energy, could even be Gemini because we've got the Lovers here. They're standing very strong financially. Let's take another card. And we've got the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is someone that is feeling that they cannot move forward. The decision is not easy. It's taking a lot. Taking a lot of mental energy. And they feel as though they can't move forward, but it's all intellectual. It's all about the thought process. Let's take a card on the Hangman and the Queen of Pentacles. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10, and therefore Jupiter brings in the changes. The waiting, the sacrifice is going to pay off. The Wheel of Fortune, again, Sagittarius, higher education, spirituality, the truth, philosophy. Yeah, I do believe that this Hermit is the same character as this Queen of Pentacles. Let's take that Queen of Wands. And we've got the King of Wands here. The Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is someone who is they're a go-getter. I do believe that because we've got the Strength card here, this is obviously Leo energies. Mainly Leo. Second would be, of course, Sagittarius, because we've also got the Wheel of Fortune. For those of you that are dealing with for those of you that are taking on the energy, of the Queen of Wands, if you are dealing with another Leo in the past, it looks as though you are pushing up against, you are closing the door here. Whoever this Queen of Wands is, I do feel as though she is conflicted about this King of Wands, having second thoughts. When I say second thoughts, it's like blocking this person out. And this could be literally blocking them on social media. Let's take, what I want to take is, I want to take the Six of Cups, which is on the Hermit in the action and advice to take. And we've got the King of Swords again. Wow. So the King of Swords is here twice, dear Scorpio. Now, could it be that this King of Swords, whoever this is also doing their homework? Could it be that this King of Swords has children? Yes, it can be. Could it be that this King of Swords is someone who has been hidden and in a hermit mode, not being hurt in the past, therefore having taken a step back and having become the hermit? Maybe this is a maturation process where this King of Swords goes through the guidance, becomes the philosopher. And this could be studies as well. This could be furthering his education. Let's take three Sibillas on this King of Swords, the Hermit, and the Six of Cups. We have Gelosia, which is the Eight of Swords, past hurts and regrets. This is Donna Maritata, the mother with the children. This is like the Empress. And she's got a number 12, which speaks of Pisces. So it does reference back to the Hanging Man and this Queen of Pentacles. She is the loving, nurturing mother. And we've got Gran Consolaciones. So it looks as though this hermit is looking for information on this Donna Maritata, on this loving, nurturing energy. This is the desire. Now, could be that the King of Swords is also looking back to the past when times were much more innocent with this Six of Cups. And don't forget that the Six of Cups is a soulmate energy. Now, the information that is found through the Hermit about the past is going to be something that is very desired, very desirable. Something that the Hermit has been hoping to find is found. Let's look at the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups down in the foundation. We've got Constanza, which is the Ten of Cups. Constanza is something unchanging, something constant. Here we've got the Delirante, deliriousness. This is support through family, through friends. Don't forget we've got the Ten of Pentacles here on this King of Swords. Now this could be silly actions where silly actions are made, but there is support here. People are around to help guide and hold up the weights of the silly actions, whatever that means for you. And this is the Nine of Pentacles, so it does speak of someone being single, yeah? And here we've got the Fidelta, Nine of Cups, loyalty, companionship. Looks as though this King of Swords is waiting. He's being probably going out having fun with friends, having a few too many drinks. There's a lot of emotions here, and living the single life because he's devoted to one and one love only, which if we take the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, we've got it twice here. We've also got the Ten of Cups here. Okay. Looks as though this King of Swords, whoever this is not willing to take the next step unless it's the correct, unless it's the person he's been loyal to. Let's take, I want to take the divine position. So Four of Swords, mourning, crying over a loss, having maybe too much work, too much on your plate. But there is clarity after darkness. What else do we have? Wow, the Tower, Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords can mean somewhat, some things that were hidden will be seen quickly. This is the Tower. We have the Falsita, lack of trust, holding back, being careful with your heart. And the Disgrazia is the Tower, but it's also sudden change. It does not only speak of negativity to me. Now, if this is because of something that happened in the past, some sort of a loss, it could have been financial, could have been having lost a family member, could have been a breaking point where there were trust issues and therefore someone was conflicted in trusting. The Ace of Swords says that clarity will come through. And here we've got the Gran Signore, which is like the King of Cups or the King of Pentacles. This is someone who is transforming. Scorpio, this is your energy. He's a number 13, which speaks of Scorpio. Now, you could be from a you could be coming from a place of abundance, or you're coming from a family that is quite royal. You've got a reputation to protect. Maybe that's why there was lack of trust here. Some sort of a situation where there was disbelief that abundance could come through. And when I say abundance, this could mean financial, it could mean in love, abundance in love, but it could also speak of a transformation through truth, through the truth coming through the truth coming out. And that's where the transformation happens. Let's take one more. And we have, wow, the Namika. So the masks are coming off. The masks are coming off. So the sacrifice does pay off. You get to see the truth. After sacrificing and waiting and hoping, you get to see who is on your team and who isn't. You get to see the truth of what was hidden. Wow. Let's take the final outcome. The final outcome. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Fool. We have Amore, which is little Cupid, and Cupid is all about love. We have Stanza, which is like the Ace of Pentacles, so the news is coming through. Whatever has been hidden is coming to light. Now, this is a brand new beginning. This is the room where you don't see what's going on, and this is the card of intimacy. So there could be a new intimate relationship. News is coming in about love. There's not only emotional, there's passion as well. And there is a stable new beginning. That's the news that's coming in. And here we've got the Vedovo. So someone who's stuck in their past, I feel as though this Vedovo does not believe that. And I feel here that there is a child in the picture. And the news is coming through. Whatever news comes through, it's got to do with a love triangle. And it could also be dealing with pregnancy because we've got the child here. It could be could be that this Vedovo is regretting something to do with the past and with intimacy. This could be a pregnancy that was not called for. Could it be that the pregnancy, someone is paying for someone else's pregnancy, and this could go either way. Maybe there was a pregnancy which the fatherhood was wrong, so we had the wrong father, I feel here. And here we've got the Two of Wands. Now this is the Superbia, which can be a card of vanity, but it can also be like, it can be something beautiful, but it can also be, very prideful. Let's take another two cards. We've got Sacerdote, again a 13, Scorpio. Now this is Taurian energy. So Taurus is all about values, all about commitment. There is a transformation happening in relation to something that's beautiful, or where there was too much pride, and too much regret, too much pain because of pride. There is a transformation with the Sacerdote. And again, there may have been a commitment because of intimacy and a child here, which was not planned. Someone got stuck. Someone had to pay their dues, and maybe it was not their dues and it was someone else's. Let's take one more. And we've got the Ladro. There's the thief. So I don't know what this could mean for you. It's the Ten of Pentacles again. But this is, someone has suffered losses in relation to what I was just saying. Someone did either steal or was the thief or entered a family situation where they shouldn't have. Something like that we've got here, dear Scorpio, and that's very interesting. You'll have to let me know. But it's got a lot to do with family, the money, the family business. It's got to do with, because we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, so a beginning and an ending. And also children, a child that is involved here in the story. Scorpio, wow, you're going to have to let me know. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to first of all take my handwritten cards, and I'm going to take one on each of the characters. So we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Let's take one message from each. Now, it may not resonate for you. Take the messages that resonate only and leave the rest. Maybe this whole reading resonates for you, but these messages do not. So go with your intuition. You always have to do that. King of Swords says, open your heart and talk truthfully to me. Talk to me. And this is the Ace of Wands. So this King of Swords is demanding the truth. Open your heart. Or someone is demanding the truth from this King of Swords who is very blocked off. Let's look at this Queen of Pentacles. You were cold, distant to me. I needed more passion. Two of Wands. You were cold and distant to me. I needed more passion. It's funny that the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords both are people that don't show passion. So that's the strange thing about that card on the Queen of Pentacles. It's the Queen of Wands who's the one who's looking for passion. So let's take the Queen of Wands. You are the love of my life, she says. And this is the Two of Cups. So it depends in your life whether these two queens are the same person. Could be. But nevertheless, I'll leave it at that because it gets a little bit too confusing and it makes it worse. So we'll leave it there. Let's take the Moon card, Moonology Oracle cards, and see how the Moon is acting and reacting towards your situation. I should say how you're acting or reacting to the energies of the Moon. Now this is Scorpio, please. Please, Spirit Scorpio, what do they need to know? Beginning till mid-October, just before their birthday. And we have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. That's interesting. We had a new moon in Virgo just recently, so the full moon in Virgo will obviously be in March. So we're talking about the time of March. Now, Virgo is all about health. It's our daily routine. Virgo is also of service to others. Virgo can speak of pets as well. And it's funny that full moons are all about culmination, endings. Virgo was mentioned in this reading, so you may be dealing with a Virgo. You are good enough. Now, Virgo is always striving for better and better and better. So what this is saying is that for those of you that don't feel that you are good enough, you need to know that you are. Okay? You are good enough. Let's take an angel answer. Okay, so angel answer. Please ask your question. You may pause the video if you need to, dear Scorpio. Let's see if these angel answers will give you the information that you're looking for. So please, Spirit, let's Let's take your card, Scorpio, and we have let go. Wow, let go. I will read from the book because I don't know what it's saying that you need to let go of. We do have the Vedova here, which is someone that is concentrating on the past. There are many things that you may need to let go of. Could be a perception, could be of the past. Okay, the time has come to let go of this situation. Stop focusing on how or when it will be solved or even why it occurred. Relationships that are unhealthy and unfulfilling should be released in order to allow something better to come along. Don't worry, God and your angels have everything under control. A key aspect to manifesting your desires is to ask for what you want and then to release it to heaven. If you've drawn this card, you may be holding on too tightly to the way your dreams will unfold. Make a wish and then leave the rest to your angels. So that's what Virgo does. Virgo looks at all the details, right? Some of you are just seeking too much, and this is what I feel it's saying. Just let it go, and if it comes back to you, then it's yours. Okay, everyone, I think that's it for today for you. Thank you so much for being here and, you know, even sharing these videos. Whatever you do for my channel is very much appreciated. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. Jupiter and abundance is what stands out to me here. You've got Jupiter twice, so this is your second house of values. Values, earned income, so financially things are looking on the up and up. Of course, you have the Ten of Pentacles, but there are family situations here. There's a lot woven, I should say, into this reading, so you may want to listen once or twice so you can get the information you need. All right, everyone, thank you so much. My love to all of you. Yana, sending you lots of love, my darling. Missing you. Bye.